A haunting tale. The plot of The Shining. The Shining tells the story of the Torrance family, a seemingly ordinary family with hidden complexities. They journey to the isolated Overlook Hotel for the winter, seeking a fresh start and new opportunities. Jack Torrance, a recovering alcoholic and aspiring writer, takes on the role of caretaker, hoping to rebuild his life and career. He hopes to find inspiration in the quiet solitude of the vast, empty hotel, far from the distractions of everyday life. His supportive wife, Wendy, and their young son, Danny, accompany him, unaware of the horrors that await. Danny possesses a unique psychic gift known as the Shining, which allows him to perceive things beyond the ordinary. This gift enables him to see into the hotel's dark and sinister past, revealing secrets that are both terrifying and mysterious. As the snow falls and isolates the family, the Overlook's sinister presence grows stronger, feeding off their fears and vulnerabilities. Jack becomes increasingly erratic and prone to violent outbursts, his mind unraveling under the hotel's malevolent influence. Danny is plagued by terrifying visions of the hotel's previous victims, their tortured souls reaching out to him for help. Wendy finds herself caught between her unraveling husband and her frightened son, struggling to keep her family safe. The Overlook's influence over Jack intensifies, driving him deeper into madness and despair. He succumbs to his inner demons, losing his grip on reality and becoming a pawn of the hotel's evil forces. Jack attempts to harm his family, his love for them twisted into a dangerous obsession by the hotel's dark power. Wendy and Danny are left to fight for their lives, facing a climactic confrontation that will determine their fate. The family faces the full force of the hotel's evil, their bond tested to its limits as they struggle to survive. The Shining is a chilling tale of isolation, madness, and the terrifying power of the supernatural, a story that delves deep into the human psyche. It showcases the dark side of the human psyche, exploring themes of fear, obsession, and the destructive power of unchecked ambition. Jack Torrance, the man consumed. A man whose journey is as haunting as it is tragic. Jack Torrance is a complex character, a man of many layers and contradictions. He is a man wrestling with inner demons, constantly at war with himself. Despite his struggles, he loves his family deeply and wants to provide for them. Yet he also harbors a dark side, one that is fueled by his alcoholism and repressed rage. These elements of his personality are like ticking time bombs waiting to explode. At the start of the story, Jack is hopeful, filled with dreams of a better future. He sees the Overlook Hotel as a chance for a fresh start, a place where he can rebuild his life and career. However, the hotel's isolation and sinister influence prey on his vulnerabilities, slowly chipping away at his sanity. Jack Torrance. As the story progresses, I become increasingly unstable. I experience vivid hallucinations that blur the line between reality and nightmare. I engage in erratic behavior, actions that are both frightening and unpredictable. My descent into madness is gradual and terrifying, a slow unraveling of my mind. The Overlook Hotel acts as a catalyst, accelerating my decline and amplifying my darkest impulses. It exposes the darkness that lurks beneath my charming facade, revealing the true extent of my inner turmoil. In the end, I become a prisoner of my own demons, trapped in a cycle of self-destruction. I'm a tragic figure consumed by the forces I cannot control, a man undone by his own weaknesses and the malevolent power of the Overlook Hotel. Wendy Torrance. Strength in the face of fear. Wendy Torrance is a woman of remarkable strength and resilience. She faces unimaginable horrors. She never loses sight of her love for her son or her desire to protect him. Wendy is initially hopeful about their new life at the Overlook. However, she quickly realizes that something is terribly wrong. Despite her growing fear, Wendy remains resourceful and determined. Wendy Torrance. I face my husband's terrifying transformation head-on. My love for Danny fuels my bravery. I confront Jack. I ultimately escape his wrath. My journey is a testament to the power of a mother's love. I embody the strength that can be found in the face of unimaginable terror. Danny Torrance, a gift and a curse. Danny Torrance is no ordinary child. He possesses the shining. This psychic ability allows him to see into the Overlook's disturbing past. Danny's gift is both a blessing and a curse. It makes him sensitive to the supernatural forces at play. He sees horrific visions of the hotel's former guests. Danny is tormented by these visions. He struggles to understand their meaning. Danny Torrance. Despite my fear, I show remarkable courage. I confront the terrifying entities that haunt the Overlook. I use my gift to protect myself and my mother. My journey highlights the vulnerability of innocence. It also shows the extraordinary strength that can reside within a child. Section 5, A Symphony of Fear, Kubrick's visual language.
Stanley Kubrick's adaptation of The Shining is a masterclass in horror filmmaking. Kubrick employs a range of cinematic techniques. These techniques create an atmosphere of dread and unease. One of his signature techniques is the use of long takes and slow, deliberate camera movements. This technique draws the viewer into the Overlook's labyrinthine hallways. It creates a sense of claustrophobia and unease. Kubrick also utilizes a distinct color palette. He uses vibrant reds, unsettling yellows, and stark blues. These colors evoke a sense of psychological disturbance. They highlight the hotel's otherworldly nature. The film's eerie soundtrack further enhances the unsettling atmosphere. It creates a sense of impending doom.
Section 6, Isolation and the Breakdown, Themes of Family and Fear.
The Shining explores the themes of isolation in a deeply unsettling manner. The film delves into how being cut off from the world can exacerbate existing issues within a family, and the breakdown of family dynamics. The Overlook Hotel, cut off from the outside world, becomes a pressure cooker for the Torrance family. Their isolation amplifies their existing tensions, making every small issue seem insurmountable. It exposes their vulnerabilities and magnifies their fears. Jack's descent into madness is fueled by his inability to cope with the pressures of fatherhood, his own personal failures, and the haunting presence of the hotel itself. Wendy's struggle for survival becomes intertwined with her desire to protect her son from both the supernatural forces that haunt the hotel and her husband's growing violence. Her maternal instincts drive her to fight against overwhelming odds, showcasing her resilience and strength. Danny's psychic abilities further isolate him from his family and the world. They make him a target of the Overlook's malevolent forces, which seek to exploit his powers for their own sinister purposes. The film suggests that isolation can be a breeding ground for fear, paranoia, and ultimately, violence. It shows how the lack of connection and support can lead to a complete psychological breakdown, turning loved ones into threats and safe spaces into prisons.
Section 7, The Overlook Hotel, More Than Just Bricks and Mortar. The Overlook Hotel is more than just a setting in The Shining. It is a character in its own right. The hotel is a place of immense power and malevolence. It feeds on the darkest aspects of the human psyche. Its history is steeped in tragedy and violence. It has witnessed countless acts of cruelty and despair. The hotel's presence is felt throughout the story. It manifests in the form of ghostly apparitions, unsettling visions, and a pervasive sense of dread. The Overlook is a symbol of the past's enduring power. It shows how history can haunt the present. It serves as a constant reminder that some places are inherently evil. Section 8. The Haunting Legacy of The Shining. The Shining has left an indelible mark on the horror genre. Its influence can be seen in countless films and books that followed. The film's iconic imagery, unforgettable characters, and chilling atmosphere have become ingrained in popular culture. From the Grady twins to the blood-filled elevator, the film's most memorable moments continue to haunt audiences today. The Shining is a testament to the power of storytelling. It explores the dark side of human nature and the terrifying possibilities of the supernatural. Its legacy as a horror masterpiece remains secure. It continues to inspire and terrify audiences decades after its release.